Whoa, hey friends, what in the world are you guys doing hanging out in the refrigerator? Are you hungry? Well, if you're hungry, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you guys make sure that you like our videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that alert bell, which we do greatly appreciate, I'll make you some lunch today on this episode of Cooking with the Filipino American Couple. So let's look around in the refrigerator and see what I can cook you guys. I have some eel from the Asian market, which this is from Vietnam. It is frozen, of course, nothing fresh here in America. So why don't you let me make you some barbecued grilled eel over a nice batch of sushi rice. Okay, that's what we're going to make today on this episode. So let's work on our sushi rice for this dish. Now, I choose sushi rice because, one, I just really love it. I think it's great. Now, when you make sushi rice, you're gonna want to do 1 cup of rice. Here's the key, guys. You have to wash any rice very, very, very well. Let it kind of soak for a second or two. Wiggle and jiggle it like you're looking for gold. And you can see how it starts becoming milky. That's the stuff that you want to drain off. So we'll drain it. Then let's rinse it again. Remember, we're panning for gold. There we go. Now, for sushi rice, 1 cup of rice gets 1.5 cups of water. And then we're going to simply just put it in our ordinary everyday rice cooker. Hit white rice and let it go. The other key to this is, with sushi rice, you want to let it be in the rice cooker and sit for a little bit before you eat it. So that's sushi rice. And when it's all said and done, I'm also going to be adding some seasoning to it. Not a lot, but a little bit of seasoning for this dish. Before I go any further, let me give a shout out to my beautiful assistant who's working behind the camera. If you guys will, please give a thumbs up for my beautiful wife, Lorelei. All right, so it's time to prepare our rice. So we cooked sushi rice, and I'm going to put it in this bowl. My goal is not to hurt the rice. And to make good rice, now I'm not an expert, but from everything I've been learning, we want to use a little bit of rice vinegar, which helps to keep the rice from sticking together. And then we're going to fold it gently, try not to smush it, but we're also going to break it up a little bit. And then we're going to take our rice seasoning, sushi rice seasoning, and I really like this stuff, so I probably go a little heavier than most. And we're going to gently put this together, fold it nicely, because we're going to use this as our bed for our barbecue eel. So we're going to have non-sushi barbecue eel sushi rice dish today. All right, guys, here's our eel. This is yellow eel steak imported from Vietnam by the Sequest Seafood Corporation. This is raw eel. So let me cut it open and just see what it looks like. Now, I want to tell you guys a story. My wife is cringing because now I want to tell a story. Now, I used to just be repulsed by the concept of eating eel, but in 2019, we were at a restaurant somewhere and we ordered a big platter of sushi dishes, and eel was served as part of the sushi dish. Now, me being a cheapskate, there was no way I was going to throw away a piece of sushi. So I ate it and went, oh my goodness, this eel is so wonderful. So from that day on, I've absolutely loved eel, and I've been wanting to make it. This is my first attempt to make it at home, but oh, I've had it so many times at restaurants. So guys, don't be afraid of eel. It's wonderful, wonderful. So today what we're going to do is, I bought it frozen. It's been pre-cleaned, but I'm going to rinse it off. And here's what an eel steak looks like, right? So I'm going to rinse this off, and then I'm going to dry it really well, and I'm going to marinate it in my barbecue sauce, and then I'm just going to grill it. Now let's get these out here to rest and to dry. Well, this is interesting. I think this is the dude's head.
Yeah, the whole eel.
That's his head, guys. Well, maybe Lorelai will eat that. I don't know if I could eat his head. But let's put them there. We're going to let them dry. So I got my ingredients ready for my barbecue sauce. So let me show you a little bit of what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a very little bit of vinegar. We got some mango rum left over, and we're going to use this. Here, let me make sure it's good. Yeah, it's still good. So use a little bit of that instead of sake. We're going to use this lime flavored soy sauce, which I love, 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 love. Some sweet chilies. We're going to use some of this tanico powder. I think I pronounced that right. And we're going to use some miso paste, which I love and I think is fantastic. You can use this in so many dishes, guys. You really need to start learning about miso paste. My wife is laughing at me because I pronounced this wrong. What is it?
Tocino.
Tocino, like casino, but with the T. Then, of course, we got to use our brown sugar. I'm also going to be using fresh garlic and fresh onion. And these I'm just going to smash to death because I want to get the juices out of it to put into. So now I'm going to marinate the most beautiful eel that I've ever seen. And to be honest, it's the only one I've actually ever touched. But one of the tips I know from doing a lot of cooking over the years is let's make sure that we marinate or get our barbecue sauce inside the body of the eel. And then, of course, on the outside. And be generous with it. That's why I made a whole bunch. And then I will marinate these again once I put them on the grill. Let's see here. Let's get that in there. Let's make sure that we make that nice. This part's the tail, so we're gonna get that in there. Rub the tail. Here's the head. Lorelai has volunteered to eat this part, because I don't know if I could. And I'm just gonna let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna throw them on my hot grill. All right, so I have one of these indoor cast iron grills that we're using today. Now, I've preheated this for about the last 30 minutes on low. I want it to be nice and hot and an even temperature. And now I'm gonna kick up the temperature a tiny bit and put our beautiful, beautiful eel. That one's kind of slimy. Here to cook. And it shouldn't take real long for the eel to cook, even at low heat. And then I'm going to go ahead and brush a little bit more sauce on the eel and my grill. I got plenty, so let's give this a lot of wonderful flavor. And my friends, here is our finished product. Barbecue grilled eel on a bed of sushi rice.